Once upon a time, there was a world full of laughter. Then a virus hit, and the whole thing was a disaster. But we got a show to let you know it's alright. It's alright. Even though it's only once a week, we guarantee you a front row seat at the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show once a week.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. It is Tuesday at 7 o'clock when we bring you this show every week. We are not broadcasting from the Comedy Cellar, which we could be doing now because the Comedy Cellar is open in all locations. That includes Las Vegas, as we had Mark Cohen on last week, and he said they are ready and open for business. All sections of the Comedy Cellar in the West Village, New York City are open for business. And we have been having terrific shows, as Colin will tell us later, as he's been performing there every Monday night, playing his music with the owner, Noam Dorman, and what's the other guy's name? Nick, right?
Mm-hmm. Nick Casarino.
Terrific, and I got to see them last week, and it's amazing to see live music and live comedy back again, so it's super fun. But this is our little show to promote the Cellar and have a good time with our Comedy Cellar friends. So why don't we start the show with the, as usual, prepared material. So in the lovely state of Wisconsin this week, a Catholic pastor was fired for telling parishioners not to take the COVID vaccine. The pastor was shocked by the firing and remarked, "Oh, my bad. I thought the Catholic Church didn't want us to put little pricks in our bodies anymore." The NBA playoffs are underway as the league's 16 best teams vie for the championship. There really is nothing more exciting than watching the best athletes in the world compete at the highest level, and I just can't wait to find out which team the referees decide to crown as champions. Burn, NBA, in your face. Sky watchers are in for a treat tonight when a full moon, a super moon, and a total lunar eclipse will all occur at the same time. Some people call this event a super flower blood moon, although others refer to it as a chance for my crazy wife to blame the moon for her erratic behavior. Oh, man. Ladies, am I right? You know what, folks? Maybe we'll just stop the show here. And anyway, all right, let me introduce my guest this evening. She is the stand-up comedy legend who has appeared multiple times in The Late Show with David Letterman, Comic Relief, HBO Comedy Half Hour, and so much more. She also happens to be one of the funniest people to follow on Twitter right now. Please welcome back to the program, Wendy Liebman, everybody.
Hey, Dave, I'm having a bad hair year.
You always say that. That's not true. Bad hair year. I did get it. I'm sorry I stepped on it.
Okay, it's all right.
You
always do.
I talk a lot. I just have coffee, which I shouldn't do before the podcast. Anyway, her extremely popular podcast is called Friends Like Us and was listed as a podcast everyone should listen to by Modern Bride magazine. I'm kidding. Oprah magazine. Her comedy special. I thought we'd have some fun. Her comedy special entitled Single Black Female is so good. The CW network aired it during prime time during the pandemic. And now you can find it on Apple TV, Amazon Prime, and other streaming platforms. Please welcome our best pal, Marina Franklin, everybody.
Yay. Thank you for keeping me in the house tonight.
And his new single, The Tree, has been out for a couple of weeks. You can purchase it on iTunes as well as your favorite streaming music places. You can follow him on Colin Smith Music on all social media accounts. Please welcome our musical, what do you call it? Musical chairperson, the house MC, the DJ.
Comptroller.
Colin Smith, everybody, is back and T-shirted up and looking amazing.
Thanks. Well, yes.
What's that bobblehead? There's like a bobblehead.
It's the
this
president of Ireland. Am I right?
Well, no,
Prime Minister.
This one is the president of Ireland.
I got it right. Isn't that cute?
Did you? Yeah. And then this is Jon Snow, the Nutcracker. Though he's a Nutcracker. Yeah.
From Game of Thrones.
Well, it's funny because
From
the president of Ireland in that format just looks like the president of Israel and any other Jew that's ever walked
I
the
thought
earth.
it was Woody Allen.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that would be delightful if a musician had a thing of Woody Allen. But that would make sense that Colin Smith would be the musician for the house band of the Comedy Cellar. And let me just start with you, Colin. I'm sorry I didn't come last night. How did it go last night? I talked to David Tell. He said it was great.
Yeah, it was super fun. Yeah, it's getting busier and busier, and I'm kind of like more fun and raucous, and people are really into it. I kind of like the new Monday thing because anybody that's there is there for music and not kind of we're not kind of in their way as they're waiting to see comedy or so
Yes, the comics are very angry sometimes that the band plays there. Of course, nobody can see that to the owner because
Who
they just
said
want to
that? No, we're not. We enjoy it so much.
And yes, so as you can see,
We're not like that.
no, of course not. No, everybody loves. No, it's the thing is the comics go there and they talk and they just
No,
talk
but we
about
love
jokes.
background music when we're talking.
Right.
But
I
it's
agree, but sometimes
It's like a soundtrack to our arguments.
right. Well, the band is amazing. Do you guys have a name for your band?
Well, not when we play there. We made a record that we only released one song from, and our moniker was the Shackles. We released it under the Shackles. But when we play there, it's kind of such a rolling rotation of
Well, I'm going to come up
members
for
that
a
we
name
don't
for the
even
band
bother
at some point.
I like the Shackles. I have friends who have a band called the Handcuffs.
Oh,
They're out of Chicago.
okay.
Wendy, have you been performing live?
I haven't, except at the dinner table for my husband. Actually, my husband is so funny, but he's so nervous. Like he would never get on stage. But he will go off on like old fashioned candies. So I'll record him and he has like this whole routine about like Razzles. Remember Razzle? Are
No,
you
I
too young
have
to
them
be
right
Razzle?
here. I have them
You
on the
do?
table in my living room. Yeah.
You're too young to know what Razzles are. They're,
Marina is, not me.
yeah, they're like, it was like candy and then you chewed it and then it became gum.
Right. First it's a
Oh.
candy, then it's a gum. That was the ad campaign.
Right.
They actually brought it back in the movie 13 Going on 30 with Jennifer Garner. They talk about it. I know everything about Razzles. Yeah, don't
Really?
fuck around. Yeah,
Do-
ironically.
is
I
this
know about
like-
old time candy. So I
Okay.
can
He likes the
catch your
gross
husband.
stuff. He likes like candy corn.
I do.
I
It's
do
good.
too, though.
Oh.
I like anything sugar, but I'm allergic to it. Like I break out all over in fat.
Yeah, I never had that problem.
Um,
No.
but I love like I love all the old fashioned like Necco wafers.
Oh,
Old
that's
fashioned.
I get those for Sarah Silverman all the time. That was her favorite candy. We always used to Necco wafers. Those are gross. I hate those.
It's like eating wafers of sugar.
Well, that seems to me it seems
That's
more
what it
medicine.
is.
They seem more medicine-y and chalky.
Well, the pink ones taste like Pepto-Bismol, so they're
I know
like,
it. Wait, now I know what Marina was saying. Not candy corn.
Not candy corn.
The circus peanuts, the orange circus peanuts. Those are my
yes.
favorite. She bought me
That's
some for
the
my
grossest
birthday.
thing in the world.
Those are my
like
favorite.
those two.
Those taste like medicine, but for some reason I like the taste of that medicine.
I eat a lot of Dum-Dums, and then I have to eat Smarties to counteract.
I always like to have Dum-Dums because then I like to say, "Shut up, Dum-Dum." That's the Harvey Korman in the Flintstones as the Great Gazoo. Yeah, I'm going all in.
I'm not only too young for this, I'm too foreign.
Where are
That's
you
true.
from?
I'm from Dublin.
Oh.
Dublin, Ireland.
You are?
I like seeing the candy though in other countries. It's fun.
Yeah, that's why I like going there. That's all I do is get candy and foreign medicine. I like their, whatever other medicine they have. For some reason, I used to have a girlfriend. She's like, well, we both like foreign gum and medicine. So that's something. It was like a reason to stay
Was
together.
that on the form? Like, was that on the
on the
when you
dating
filled
form?
out the dating form?
No, but it should be. Because
Foreign
that's the
medicine,
thing.
they have like good back pain pills in Canada that you can get over the counter, but you
Yeah.
can't
Oh,
do
yeah.
that here.
Well, I guess it was the first time I went to London. I was just like, ooh, this is exciting. They have different kinds of medicine here. I don't know whether they work, but it's interesting. I don't know. But Marina, you've been performing live, yes?
Oh yeah, I've been
Yeah,
to the
right.
Cellar. I was there this weekend, Friday, Saturday. I was there all last week. I'm already tired. I'm done with it. The opening can close. No, I'm joking.
Is it full capacity again?
No, but
Close, though.
sometimes it's close. It feels like a crowd. Like To me, anything with an audience that's receptive is good. So
Yeah, it's like separated with the plexiglass a little bit, but it does look. I was surprised how full it looked, and yet still very distant. Like it's good regulation. It's up to code. It's good, and the crowd was excellent, as if that wasn't a thing. So it's working. It's back. And isn't it like at the end of May, like next week? Isn't it back to normal, or
it's back
maybe
to it's like 100%. I think you can even be inside without a mask, and I mean, and
right?
you
That's been a
can
huge thing.
if you're vaccinated, and they had a vaccinated show like where everyone had to prove they were vaccinated.
They should do more of that. I like the proof, because there's a lot of people I know that are just walking around pretending they've gotten vaccinated. And
Yeah, but I've heard of people who get a fake
a fake vaccination card. I heard that
like,
too.
if you can believe that, it's like
I could totally make those. Now that I think about it, folks, if you need one, I could probably make one for you. I know how to
this
do
is
this.
what
I'm
I
really
want to
good at this.
sell. I want to sell a pin that says V for vaccinated, and then yeah.
Great plan.
I'm sure she was going for.
And this is why I'm poor.
I think you can go on Shark Tank with that one there.
Do you think so? I once
think
came
so.
up with something called the moose brush. This was like in the 80s before Shark Tank, where the moose would come out of the bristles, right? And I like had L'Oreal interested. I was like an administrative assistant. He was like, "You're going to be in international stores and blah, blah, blah." And then one day he goes, "Do you have a patent for this?" And I was like, "No."
Patent?
And a patent.
No, I'd say that's what you're like, huh?
Right. Well, I was an administrative assistant. I didn't know what I was doing. I just came up with this an idea. And anyway, so that ended. And then I saw the product like 25 years
Oh,
later.
no.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know
So,
if the same company.
Me and my friend in the 80s also, we came up with this idea for designer cream cheese. And we got this chef that we found, and we sampled all these. He's like, "What do you think of this?" And we had like blueberry cream cheese and almond cream cheese or whatever. And then, we were just too stupid because we were just two idiots, and we couldn't put it together. And now that's a huge thing,
What
And it was
your
weird. Like it just
favorite?
wasn't available in the 80s. There wasn't a such thing, It's
Well,
just,
my sister and I, when we were 3 and 5, we invented Oreo cookie ice cream. We had those little white, like the vanilla and chocolate cups, and we stirred them together, and then we crumbled in cookies.
Oh, that
We were
sounds
like
so good.
Fucking
Yeah.
geniuses.
I would like to
Can
have
I
that right
swear
now.
on this?
yes.
Okay.
And I just want to say one thing before we start the little slideshow presentation. Colin, I don't know whether you know, but her husband's father wrote the Mary Poppins songs, like Spoonful of Sugar and stuff like that.
Oh,
Right? I got that right?
Who?
The father of your husband?
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Marina. I don't know what. Yes, you. I mean,
My husband's father and his uncle, so the Sherman Brothers. They
Right,
wrote a
yeah.
lot
Oh,
of
the
the
Sherman
music
Brothers,
for
right.
Disney.
Look, I got to put on my ice shawl.
What is that?
oh, she's having a. Oh,
I'm
you're
having a hot flash. Look at it. It looks like I'm flying, like I'm in menopause and I'm flying.
No, but that's a great thing to have.
Oh my God.
I'm glad that you
Marina,
have it.
I did a gig for
Hi.
Jessica early on. I think it was for Jessica. Oh no, it was somebody else, Felicia Madison, early on. And it was sponsored by these pearls that you put in the freezer.
Yep, my the lady in my building invented those.
And
I
I
swear.
have a pair in my freezer now. And they're perfect for, like, I don't have hot flashes anymore, but I do.
Pearls would be so much better than this
Yeah,
big shawl.
this lady in my building invented them, and when I saw it, I was like, "That's the most genius thing I've ever heard of." Yeah, her name was Connie something or other. Yeah, she invented them.
Hot girl pearls.
Hot girl pearls.
Hot girl
That's exactly
pearls.
right.
Oh, so you could date
And-
young and still go through
Yeah, I know the
change.
Right?
whole origin of them. She kept saying, she showed me how she made them, and she brought me up to her apartment, showed me like, these are going to be big. And I was, but I always like to be like, I'm sorry, I don't see it. And
So
that's
wait,
my
is
favorite.
that the same concept?
It's the same concept. That's I was going to mention it, and I didn't think you guys would understand. I can't believe you
my
have a
God.
pair of
So
the hot
did you
girl
put
pearls.
that in the freezer?
Yeah, it was in the freezer. I took it out because I knew at some point, because I have this herbal tea that I order from this herbalist. He's a great Asian doctor, Dr. Wong.
Racist.
And what?
Nothing.
Dr. Wong is great. He tells me what to eat. He actually told me not to eat any more watermelon, which was racist on his part.
See?
But then, so he also was late on the tea. So I'm having hot flashes because he was late on the tea.
Oh.
So I have to go with this for now.
All right. Well, I'm going to share my screen. And here's our presentation today.
He's
You,
wearing one of those too. He's wearing one.
it does look like that in the back. This is the president of the United States. He is trying out the new electric F-150 Lightning pickup truck. It's an electric truck in Michigan. And do you know what he's saying? Did you hear what he said? He goes, "This sucker's quick." Like for real. But he looks really cool.
He does look cool there. He looks cooler than he's been looking.
I have the same picture I took about a month ago. It's actually, I have a video of it.
Hey, nice car.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet ride.
I forgot to take off my belt. Hilarious.
Oh, whoa.
This is the Pope who, this is his cassock, I think it's called. Cassock? Cassock?
Yes. Yeah, cassock.
Was that in
And
the
he-
freezer?
Well, that's when Marina put that on. I was going to say, is
The
that
whole
like a
thing
cassock?
is-
This is the Pope being windblown cassock. And I think at least the ladies and I are old enough to, what does this instantly remind you of if this is windblown?
Marilyn Monroe. Oh, the
Oh.
flying
Nobody?
nun.
Oh.
That's the
Flying
first thing I thought
nun.
of. I'm like, it's the flying Pope, the flying nun.
I actually thought that he was like maybe trying to attract a female pope, like in a Bird of Paradise kind of ceremony.
Oh, right.
Mhm.
Like in the dinosaur kingdom or something.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I want
Showing
to
his
have been
plumage.
at that pitch meeting. Yeah, let's have a nun, and what should we do with her? What should,
Well, do you remember
She can
why
fly.
you remember why she flew? Because she was 90 pounds, and when the wind, with her habit, the wind would lift her up, which was kind of insulting to all the other nuns that didn't fly because they were overweight, I guess. This is a protest in Tokyo because they don't want the Olympics there, because they're going through their fourth wave of corona.
Jesus.
Oh,
So a
are
lot of
they?
people are protesting, yeah. But I don't know whether you guys saw on Sunday, Simone
Yeah.
Biles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, she did this on Sunday.
Yeah.
Unbelievable to watch every single time. Here we go.
Wow.
She's unbelievable. The announcers are the worst part of that thing, but she's so good. That's the only reason I want the Olympics to continue. Otherwise, I really couldn't care less. But everybody likes women's gymnastics in the summer. That's the only time. That's a great thing for women. The ice skating in the winter and the gymnastics. And I think nobody cares about men's gymnastics. It's just not a thing.
Right.
But this girl's
I find that interesting when the guys are holding the rings and
That's
no,
And
nobody
the
cares.
horse when they gotta
the
like
horse.
straddle that horse, and you're worried about.
Colin, maybe
whether
it's
or not-
just maybe that's why I'm more interested in the girls, I
the
guess.
uneven bars.
Hey, it turns
Oh,
out I'm not
yeah.
gay. Here's the
I
slow
love the
motion,
uneven bars.
Look at this. It goes around three times.
Perfect.
Huge air.
perfect.
That is
Oh.
3 flares from
Then there's
board
another
to
angle
mat.
of it. Look at this.
And you know, a
I'm
lot
fascinated by it.
of
She's
people
amazing.
worry that you're not going to have enough power or height or in the air. And look at
Crazy.
this, over-rotated it.
Yeah.
And they're saying like they're like, why does she have to prove of herself? Why does she have to do that? Why risk it? That's what people are saying when she's doing this, because she's a goddamn pro and she's trying to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
Oh, they're questioning it.
They're questioning it. It's called a Yuchenko double pike vault. Everybody knows that. Can't believe
Yes,
you guys
we
didn't
all
pick
know
up
that.
on that.
Well, I used to do a good penny drop.
I don't know what that is.
That's when you reverse off of like the parallel bars.
You could
or
do that?
whatever. Yeah, I could do it still to this day. I remember how to do it. You fall backwards and then you come up and then you're like, hey.
I could cheerlead.
You were good at that. Colin, who is that guy that, the action star that used to do all that gymnastics? Jean-Claude Van Damme, was that him?
I mean,
Is he a
it was
gymnastics
martial
guy?
arts, but sure. I mean, kind of martial arts, but it kind of.
Yeah,
looked
he
like
used to do
gymnastics,
the
sure.
horse, that stuff. So
Oh.
this is the American Idol. This was the winner was chosen on either Thursday or Sunday. I don't know because I couldn't care less, and I don't think anybody cares. Did you guys even know they chose a winner?
I haven't watched American Idol
Exactly
in
my point.
almost 20 years.
So Marina, I go to you. Who do you think won in the society we live in? In the who's choosing American Idol in our country today?
What you talking about?
Know exactly what I'm talking about. This guy that he's not saying the N-word, but he might as well.
My mama said when I was very young, she told me not to worry, son, one day you'll be someone.
Yeah, that's all we need is another guy like that winning American
Also,
Idol.
he won?
Yeah, the white guy won. The country guy. Ugh.
Oh, because
I swear I
the
could die.
1% are voting? Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't call that 1%. I'm saying the people in Texas are voting.
I mean, but controlling what the outcome is.
It's always this kind of guy that, wins or gets really far with the country
But
music.
Ruben Studdard won over
Yes.
Clay
Yeah, but that was a
Aiken.
long time ago. That was,
Second
it
season.
was the second season.
Maybe they just didn't like the song he sang.
If you're going to go up against this guy actually was terrific. He sang the Sam Cooke song. It was wonderful. But if you're going to go up against a country guy, you're just going to lose on American Idol. In fact, I was watching 2 seasons ago and another country guy won, and then you never hear of him again anyway. So
Except Kelly Clarkson. I think if she hadn't won that year.
Is that Kelly Clarkson?
no.
That's what
Wait, you think if she hadn't won what were we going to say?
that the show wouldn't have been as amazing. Like,
I agree 100%. Yeah, she kind of set the bar, and it's great that she's still successful because she is that good, and and so her and Carrie Underwood are the only ones that have remained staying power from that
I don't
show.
listen to either one of them.
I listen to Kelly Clarkson. Actually, I listen to Carrie Underwood.
I'm not a good pop singer.
Turned on by her.
I
So
don't listen.
speaking of
I
being
listen to
turned on,
old music.
like
I
old
listen to
people music or old people music or like
I
stuff
do.
from the 20s?
I listen to what I listen to, Jessica. I still listen to Christopher Cross and
Yes.
Oh, right. That's right. That's right.
Talk to
Because
me.
Marina and I were opening for Jim Gaffigan last summer. We were in the car together and realized we liked the same music, which was so
I play a lot of soft rock.
While I stopped at Burger King to have a Whopper, we just decided we were going to listen to Christopher Cross and then Stevie Nicks, and that was a great ride. It was so funny.
He
What are
cried.
the odds that me and her are going to have the same taste in music?
You never know.
That was great though. It was so. They're like, wait, you like Christopher Cross too? Did not see that.
I'm from Chicago. Chicago has like a broad range of music they play, unlike New York City. So when I was growing up anyway.
So they chose a Miss Universe on Sunday. That's still happening. And Miss Mexico won, Andrea Meza. She's beautiful. And look at her. That's when there better be a Miss Universe pageant.
Yeah,
So
but
she-
can she do that double backflip?
Probably not. I don't know what her talent was. But the funny thing is, I can't believe these girls lost.
They all look the same.
They do look the same. And I'm just glad that at least Miss USA is still continuing the bathing suit competition. I look
don't
right into
see
the camera
her.
when I say, I'm okay with this.
Where's USA?
Oh, this is Miss USA. She didn't make it.
Oh,
This is Miss
gorgeous.
Mississippi. She's gorgeous. Yeah, she's no slouch. Yeah. But you know who she looks like? Anybody? I don't know if you ever heard of Single Female 2020.
Oh, stop
Just like
it.
It's just like her.
She does not look like this girl.
It's just like her. Just like her.
No, that girl looks crazy.
So, Wendy, do you have any pets?
Yes.
You have a dog or cat?
We have 2 dogs, but they are kind of like wolves.
Okay, well, this segment then is dedicated to me and Marina, and then the next
Oh.
segment is for Wendy. Marina and I love cats. This is a cat that was interrupted a soccer match in Italy last week.
Oh, so
And
beautiful.
it reminded me, I don't know, Colin, if you know, but 2 years ago, there was a black cat at the Giants game on Monday Night Football, and Kevin Harlan did the call. They had to stop the game while the cat was running down the field.
He's walking. He's walking to the 3. He's at the 2. And the cat is in the CDW red zone. CDW, people who get it now, a policeman, a state trooper has come on the field, and the cat runs into the end zone. That is a touchdown. And the cat is elusive, kind of like Barkley and Elliott. But he didn't know where to go. Look at, they're trying to corner him, and they got him in the end zone. There are state troopers all around this cat, which now climbs up into the stands. And the fans are running for their life. Now it goes back on the field again. And it's running in the back of the end zone.
I'm scared.
I know, but it's
And it runs up the tunnel.
Isn't that the greatest thing? And the crowd was cheering when the cat scored the touchdown. Because I was watching it live.
Terrified the cat. I'm so worried
then
about that cat.
I found the greatest compliment to this piece today when I was doing this. I can't even believe there's a guy in Indiana who taped his black cats watching the black cat on TV. They're completely watching, and they're so into it. It's as if it's a Disney movie where they're like, "Hey, Vinny's on TV. He said he was going to do it, but nobody believed him." Like, because he's like, "You got to get up here and see this." And they're like watching. They're like, "Look at this. Go, Vinny, go for it." I couldn't believe it. It made me so happy.
It's a good advertisement for black cats because people don't buy black cats. So that's good.
That's right. And you know why? Here's another example. This happened at Shea Stadium in 1969. It's a legendary game, Mets Cubs. And there was a black cat on the field. And the Cubs have blamed this black cat for all their, because look, the cat sits and stares at the Chicago dugout for like 30 seconds, and then it goes away, and they've blamed the Chicago people, maybe Marina, but do you know about this? They blamed this cat as a curse over the Cubs until they won it all a few years ago.
Really? I did not know that.
It's a legendary story, and the Cubs were in first place, and the Mets won it all this year after this thing. They overtook the Cubs and because of the black cat incident.
I thought it was
you and I both know that
those...
black cats are the greatest.
I thought it was because they burned disco records.
Well, that didn't help, but that was in '79.
Oh, okay.
And that was
that's why they were
that was very anti-gay as well, and that ruined the Bee Gees.
Yes,
that's a true story.
Yeah.
This is the dog section. This is a new Busch Beer is designing a new dog brew. I'm not kidding. I didn't Photoshop this. It's, as you can see, it's called pork bone broth. And they're having a contest for which dog will be the chief tasting officer. And you get $20,000. So people are giving their dog what looks like beer. But
there's no hops in it or
no, I don't think so.
Non-alcohol. It's more
just
like
seems wrong on every level, but it's hilarious too.
The dog on the right is hilarious.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to get that for my dogs.
Yeah, I want you to get it because I want to see if they actually like it. Right. That's the funny thing. So in keeping with the animal theme, the Preakness was last week, and this is the horse that won market cap, but he was disqualified. Do you know why?
He was doing drugs?
No. No, you're thinking of the Kentucky Derby. This was the last week.
Oh.
So that's two winners who have now been disqualified, but for different reasons. Well, I know
he had some outstanding library books.
No, the reason is all there in front of you. He has no jockey. The jockey fell off right at the beginning.
Oh, I was going to say that.
Well, sometimes they're really little, so I thought maybe I just didn't see it.
No.
Look, he's really struggling there.
I know, and it's the only reason it's funny is because for two reasons. For me, I gamble all the time on the track, and that's exactly what would happen to me if I put money on that horse. that this would happen. And the second thing would be if I was that jockey, this would happen to me. And of course the photo, my favorite thing, Colin, as you know, my favorite caption of this photo, damn, what a week I'm having. Which clearly works well. This was Wendy doing our favorite show last week, Dr. Katz Live. Look at that lineup. Bill Burr, JB Smoove, Kevin Nealon, Wendy Liebman. Was it fun?
Well, I had a bone to pick with him because, he's been my shrink for more than 30 years. And I decided to do the online thing with him because of the pandemic. And he fell asleep during my session while I was talking about being an insomniac. So I was so pissed off at Dr. Katz.
See, I'm having a problem because that might have really happened because he is so slow and lackadaisical that you could picture him dozing off, but you are kidding, right?
I'm totally joking.
All right.
But no, I told him a lot of things he didn't know about me. Like he didn't know that I come from a long line of Rockettes. Like he doesn't know a lot of things about me.
I know,
I
and he's
just want
so
to make
good.
Marina laugh. I don't
It's so funny. I love Wendy. This is the
Well,
best
Wendy
show ever.
is the best. This is what she tweeted on tax
Oh.
day. I remember seeing it on my phone and being like, I got to remember that. Vaxxed, waxed, and taxed. It says it all.
I was trying to think of more. Like somebody said, relaxed,
Yeah, I saw that, the other things, but no, you did it the right way.
credit card maxed.
Nope.
No,
3 is
okay.
the key.
Okay.
And here's the thing about Wendy. So she posts this a couple weeks ago when you could take your masks off. She's like, I looked better in a mask. But this is the whole key to everything Wendy, if you don't know about her, is that she always comes up with that second thing you're not expecting. And 2 minutes later, she writes, it was a mask of Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
I was like, that's my girl.
Brilliance.
Yes.
Brilliance.
Thank
So
you.
I like that. And I don't know what the hell
Oh,
this is.
That's my birthday party when I was a go-go dancer.
Well, you notice I cropped out the year.
The year. I have no shame. I turned 50. Is it 56? I turned 56 recently, and I've been forgetting everything. Like that I'm 60. That took a lot of acting, that joke.
What were you? What was it? You were dressing? Was it a birthday or when do you go? Oh,
I wanted to be a go-go dancer.
Wait, who stops? Who rings somebody's door in Harlem? Like out of
Weird.
without
Hold
not
on.
stopping by. Are you okay? Should I call the cops?
Hold on. It could be hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay. Tell us about the go-go.
We should make sure she's okay.
I'm sure she's okay. I've
This
seen her
was
do
the
this
birthday
before.
party. That was my sister, the girl, not the peanut doll. That's Snoopy. But growing up, I wanted to be a go-go dancer or a notary public.
I guess we're all watching Marina at the door, but
let's see. I didn't even.
I was listening.
you can't kind of take your eyes off it.
This is like one of those rear window things.
Yeah, this is like the best show
where
ever. It's like
we're
exciting.
watching something happen on Zoom.
I assume it's just a package, but boy, that'd be something else. My doorbell rang once when we were doing this, and everybody wanted to know who was at the door, and it turned out it was my neighbor asking for wine with an empty glass. Do you have any wine?
That's amazing.
She does it all the time.
Did she get refills?
I gave her
more?
some wine, and now I sometimes I buy her wine just I don't know.
To keep her from ringing the bell during your fucking show.
Marina, are you okay? You can hear us. I know we can't hear you. I guess she's fine.
She doesn't have her head things in.
Just make sure she's not smiling, but I'm assuming everything is fine.
Maybe it's a zombie that came back.
All right. Well, I guess this is a good time to talk about. Oh, she has to go back. Oh, I'm confused, but should we be worried about her?
No.
Oh, we're just worried. Is everything
her
okay?
body language is that she got the wrong package.
But they usually don't ring the bell at your door. We live in the city. You go through the outside.
I would never answer a doorbell.
But out of curiosity. So what happened?
Nothing. There was no one there. It was really spooky.
Okay, that's really messed up.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry and you probably saw my underwear because I'm not wearing pants really. But here's the thing, right? I fight with so many people that it could have been like revenge ringing my doorbell.
Right, that restaurant downstairs you hate.
Oh, I hate
they
them.
might come up there. They probably send a different waiter up there. Ring that woman's bell.
But then sometimes my neighbors, they also bring me my mail. So I thought maybe it was my mail sitting outside the door. That's the only reason why. And then it's also campaigning season. So sometimes they do that too.
But they shouldn't be allowed in the building like that,
Yeah, they get in, but that was a weird one because I just saw no signs of anyone.
We all heard it. I thought it was my tinnitus.
It was
Or
so weird. But it's
tinnitus.
also like my neighbor, this guy on this side, like he's back and he's very sensitive to sounds more so than I am, but not about the bar behind the building, which he should be upset about.
You need another person in your building to complain.
Oh, I have recruited at least 3 Karens.
Oh.
Oh, we're good. Me and
Well,
the
you
3
guys-
Karens are good.
You and Wendy were both in this documentary, which of course you should have been. Thank God. Of course, I'm in it as well.
I know. I
hilarious in it.
saw you.
Oh, you did? I haven't seen it yet, but people tell me I'm in it with Marina. Of course, I don't care for the future of comedy as female at the bottom. That's ridiculous, of course, but whatever. You guys can have your moment. And but it's all my favorite people. As you were doing this thing, these really are all our favorite people that you were working with last week, I guess, huh? Everybody's been on the show except for Judy because she's always tardy, so sometimes I don't use her. If she was just more on time, and then she yells at you like, "Why don't you put me on on your show?" And I'm like, "Because you're always late." Screw you. But it's
Hey, how
funny.
come I'm not on this show?
Yeah, how come she's not on
Oh.
this show? Real
Well,
way
this
to
was
go,
a,
Wendy.
I didn't. I just
Look at me,
was on
I'm
the
like looking.
panel. But you know what? I hadn't seen it yet because I'm so vain. I'm not vain. I'm insecure. But I hadn't watched the movie because I didn't want to see myself. But
I
then
understand
I got booked on this. So I watched the movie like right before and I was like weeping in my throat. Like it just made me,
This is a great picture of you too.
that's from America's Got Talent. It just made me like feel, it was like I cried from relief. Like, look what we did. Like, wow, we did a lot in the last couple of years, in the last 30 years.
Yeah.
In terms of moving us forward.
Yep.
And what I took away from the movie was it's really women who have to help other women pull each other up. And I've always said I thought that was what being feminist was, because everybody's like, are you a feminist? You went to all women's college. Like, I don't know what that means, but I think it's just women helping women, or if you help a woman, that's feminist.
Yeah.
Well, I most of the best comics I know right now are women, and that's always been the case for me. I mean, I just kind of started out that way where I just knew all these I guess it's just Sarah, but you know, it's just funny, like we started out with the funniest woman comic, you know. It's just kind of, so then it just seemed natural for me to be friendly with the best women comics. Speaking of which, Marina's podcast, Friends Like Us.
Oh,
This
look,
is
you can
last
see my
week's-
real background. Oh, no.
Oh, sorry about that. I'll move it to the
No,
real
no,
logo.
No, go back. That's
go
not
back.
the logo.
Yeah, that's the logo.
That's the one he likes. But look at how excited I am.
Yeah, it was a good picture of you. That's why I chose it. I thought you'd
Yeah,
appreciate that.
it is a good one. Finally.
Yeah, you look great. And this is right. This is the
Old
logo of the
logo,
show. This is the
old
current logo
logo.
of the
No,
show.
it's not.
And it's called Friends Like Us.
That's
No,
the-
I have the real
This
one.
is, thank God.
I wasn't gonna.
This is a much better logo, Wendy. You see this?
Who
Because
drew
it's
that?
Mateo Lane, the comedian,
good.
because he was like, "This is more me. It's
I
also
prefer this one.
softer." No, this is like, you know what?
That's
Keith,
real.
this is real. Yeah, the other
This
one
one's
is
a little
like,
too much for me. This one makes me afraid as a white person.
it shouldn't. The other one is more.
Well,
Keith,
may I make a suggestion?
Keith was saying the other one is.
How about
for
this
white.
one? It's a rebus. Friends Like Us. Maybe something like that would bring in more white viewers,
Oh,
which is what you're looking for, right?
No, not at all.
No. How about
Not
this
a-
one? Friends Like Us now with more Wendy. And I took the short hair picture, which is everybody's favorite, the Ruth Buzzy photo. How
She
about this one?
followed me on Instagram yesterday.
Oh, she did? I was so happy about that too. How about this one where I just cut you out and just pretty much make it Friends Like Just Cow, and I put Colin in it as well.
You just see my fro on the side. There.
Yeah,
this is
I
coming
just
out,
I was
peeking out.
phasing you out. I just took
Marina,
over.
Dave has too much free time.
Clearly. And
Oops.
finally, just Alabama lifts ban on yoga in public schools. And I think we're all saying, finally,
Finally.
somebody did something about it.
Yeah.
How stupid is that?
Alabama's progressive, huh?
They sure are. Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, so they weren't allowed to do pretzels,
Apparently.
child's pose.
Right.
I can do a pretzel if I'm just a stick, a pretzel stick. It's not even.
No, that's a good one. Because now I know the terms because I've been doing it a little bit, although you can't see.
Are you doing hot yoga?
I haven't tried that. Jeff Ross does that. But I don't know if it's paid off. Anyway, so now it is time for Colin to sing us a song. You are the music man.
Hey, Colin.
What do you have for us tonight, Colin?
I'm just gonna sing it. It's a song called "Blow the Candles Out" that I wrote a couple of years ago. Once in a while, I can only do happy songs for so long. So you've just
Damn it.
Too much of my catalog is this. So anyway,
Last week was the Tom Petty one was awesome, of course.
it was great. Yeah, just maybe just listen to Tom Petty while I'm singing.
I
this
have
song.
no problem with the slow songs. You're good at everything, so I don't care.
All right, here we go. All right. It's a different kind of Saturday now. Yeah, man, you wouldn't recognize me. A ways away from the days up in Washington Heights. Yeah, I'm far from the maddening crowd. To be honest, it's kinda how I like it. The girls got me on a tight leash, but that's alright. And I said, hey man, it's my birthday. I hope you can make it. It lands on a Thursday. There's gonna be cake and we'll get you out early and safely home to your wife. But it's okay, I understand what God can do to best laid plans. Call me anytime for a drink, I'm always about. And I'll say your hellos to the band, but truthfully, you've got what I want, man. I ain't getting any younger, there's no doubt. At least I know what to wish for when I blow the candles out. Started thinking about who to call next, and if a call's too much, they probably prefer a text. Can't play down the wop plays the new frontier. Then I came across the name of Mike Tate. Yeah, but calling him now's too many years too late. But how fun the party would be if he and Andy were here. They'd give anyone a run for their money. They'd do something weird and say something funny, like, how would you like to see me pull a bunny out of your hat? But it's okay, I understand. God could care less for best laid plans. Maybe I'll swing by the lion and raise up a stout. Catch a song or two by the band on the stage where those dudes used to stand. I wonder if cursing's allowed where they are now. At least I know what to wish for when I blow the candles out. It hasn't been a year just yet, but it's been years in the making, and I can't forget every damn thing I did to make her cry. Now I've lots of time to think by myself, with memories I've just gotta put up on a shelf. I keep coming back to the well when I know it's dry. If
If I could lift a little weight from my shoulders, I'd have taken more time that night when I told her. When she asked if I was sure it was over, and I said, anyway, it's okay, you know I understand what God can do to best laid plans. When I tell my tale, there's parts that I leave right out. And we can only do the best we can. And I'm worth no less than any other man. If those words could make a home in my heart just like they do in my mouth, then I won't wish for much when I blow the candles out.
Wow.
Ooh,
Did you write that song?
I did.
It's
Beautiful.
It's so great. And look, you have to encore.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
oh wait, let me
you
get
know
That was
what's,
so funny that you did that.
Here's my kid.
Or-
This is
You
all
know
I
what's
got.
funny, Colin? I had forgotten there's a woman that watches this show every week, also as a Patreon subscriber to my podcast. Her name is Martha. It was her birthday a couple days ago, and she said, "Do you think you could have Colin play a song for me?" And she wanted you shirtless, but whatever. But you kind of did it in a way without even knowing about it. It's just so funny, and I love that opening line where you're saying, "I'll get you home," and it's that whole lineup is funny. That's amazing. Your lyrics
Yeah.
are great.
Thanks.
Obviously,
Thanks,
your
bud.
playing is top notch. You can see Colin every Monday night live at the Comedy Cellar. You can actually come out and see him live at
Shirtless.
the Olive Tree.
Can I ask Colin a question?
Please,
Yes,
Marina.
please do.
Can you get paid for those lyrics?
What do you mean?
Like, that's a great song. Are you getting money for that song?
I haven't released it. So I 2 years ago, yeah, like in like the summer of 2019 and kind of moving into the fall, I thought I'd written pretty much like an album that was going to be like a breakup album, and then then the pandemic came and I just pivoted. So I have all these songs and I kind of don't want to really kind of go
Okay.
back there in a way, but I really love that song. So maybe
You
I
could
will
release
it
that
at some
song on the
stage.
4th of July, the nation's birthday.
When is your birthday?
Mine? It's this Sunday actually.
Oh, happy
What?
birthday!
Why wouldn't he mention what the hell? I didn't know. What day of the week? Is that the 20? Oh, that's a tough one. The 30th?
The 30th, yeah.
Shit. All right. So next week, well, next week is perfect because we're
Okay.
having an all music show. But let's, before we get to that, this is the end of the show. So let's just go around and see what everybody is doing.
It's
Wendy?
over?
Yes.
It's over. When the fat
Everybody
lady
has stuff to
sings.
do. The opposite of the fat lady. Wendy, what can we look forward to you doing, whether on Zoom or live? Perhaps you're due to perform live.
I produce a show in Studio City, California called
Cool.
Locally Grown Comedy.
Oh, you're going to bring it back?
And our first show is going to be Friday, August 6th. I don't have the lineup yet, but I'm thrilled. And
We would
it'll
be honored.
the
Marina and I would
first-
be honored to do it. You're welcome. No, that's great.
Absolutely. Are you going to be in LA?
No, we don't fly.
Can I come and sing sad songs?
Yes.
Thank you. That's what your comedy show needs. It'll make
Well,
everyone
actually,
look
my
funnier.
stepson sings before the show. He plays
Cool.
similar songs to you, so
Awesome.
you can fill in for him.
And I love Studio City. It's one of my favorite parts of LA. I love it.
Yeah, I like it there too. I go to a place called the Baked Potato. My friend's father owns.
Yeah.
Which actually we should probably have them on one time because they were trying to make money during the pandemic, and maybe we can help them out. It's a great little place in Studio City.
Yeah.
Really
That's
great.
a kind of a
place.
legendary place, the Baked Potato.
Yeah, well, that's got Don Randy, who worked with the Beach Boys and everything. It's amazing. I know his daughter Leah, and she's terrific. She's a great bass player.
I prefer French fries.
You haven't had these baked potatoes, and they serve baked potatoes there, and they're huge.
I'm always
Sweet
up for a baked
potato.
potato.
Sweet
Yeah.
potatoes is my jam.
I
Yeah,
have
don't
one in
care
the
for
oven right now.
Sweet potatoes.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat a sweet potato.
Well, we know what
That was
Marina's
a
doing
little
then.
sick.
Next, congratulations on eating your sweet potato, and that's what she. No, Marina, you will be also at the Cellar. We can see you live at the Cellar on a weekly basis, in the sense of almost every day. You just go online, see who's in the lineup. Marina will be there multiple days, 5 days a week, probably 4 or 5 days a week, right?
Yeah, I
If
mean
you're on the
this
road.
this week I'm just going home to finally see my family and hug them. And then you could always go and listen to my podcast, Friends Like Us.
That's right.
Just Gal, or you could also attend the YouTube live on a Saturday,
Saturdays?
not this Saturday, but next Saturday. I think Just Gal, he comes on, he takes over the show.
I can't help myself.
It's usually good because sometimes I don't feel like talking, and it's a lot of fun because he engages with my audience, which is mostly, it's a Black audience, and they find him appropriate, which is very
Can
strange.
you believe that? It's the first time that has ever happened.
Ever.
It's an anomaly of sorts. Actually, next week, I believe I'll actually be working with Rachel Feinstein in Boston, and the June that next week, up in Boston. She's going to be at Laugh Boston, so you should see her. She is obviously a friend of the show as well. And Colin, again, will be every Monday. And he also, I know you said you were releasing a new song soon.
Yes, I saw the artwork today, so yeah, I'm stoked for that. That's going to be in a few weeks, sometime in June.
And I also need everybody to wish him a happy birthday on Instagram on Sunday. It's very important. Wendy, I cannot thank you enough for being a friend.
I'll be on your show again too.
I want you to be on the show all the time.
And Wendy, I'd love to have you come on Friends Like Us, not to like steal you from Jessica. It is a woman of color podcast, but once a month we have a white. It's like our period.
Yeah, you have to be, and isn't that great that we're friends with Wendy Liebman? I mean, it's still a joy for me. Like I know it sounds weird, but it's a real thing, and it's very exciting to be friendly with you because we've known your work
Do you have a therapist, or can I?
I just think you're one of the greatest comics.
You're so sweet, and
I've told you this multiple times, and it's no joke. I'm not kidding around.
I just don't believe it.
A lot of our Marina feels similar. We. I know we're all around the same age, but we kind of, like I've told you before, you were way above us when we started, even if it's just a 5-year difference. And, so we kind of grew up on you, and, it's like, wow, she's great.
I'm 61, no, I'm 60.
Well, for me, you're, about 5 years older. So,
but what? We all watch like the people that came before. So I watched Jonathan Katz and Kevin Meaney and Lenny Clark,
and those guys were living legends to us.
It would be remiss to not mention the loss of Paul Mooney on a Comedy Cellar podcast this week.
I forgot. You're right. I forgot. I didn't know. I actually thought he had gone. I thought maybe he was sick. Maybe that's what I had
He'd
heard.
been sick, but
I remember him from, I didn't realize he was that old. And I remember him when I was starting out like the 90s because I was with Caroline's at the time. I was being managed by them, and I was there all the time. And he would there, and the wait staff, they loved him, but they also hated working because he was there until 5 a.m.
Yeah.
He would not let the audience sleep. I mean, they could go whatever they wanted, but I'm saying people were sleeping at the table. They didn't care. They were into it, and there was nobody was holding anybody hostage. But the wait staff was like, well, I guess I'll make money, but it's going to be a long night. And what an interesting person to just keep going. And I guess that's where Chappelle got it from. And before him.
So influential. I saw him at Caroline's because I was performing there, and he was on the 12:30 show afterwards. Right. And I stayed and I watched, and mind blown. He was just like, what did I just see?
And him, and also you were on the Larry Sanders Show, which is obviously my catalyst of respect. Anybody that's on that show was a big deal, and Paul was on it, and you were on it, and that's a big thing. Yeah, I'm talking about who do you think I was talking about? Colin.
You're so funny. You're so funny.
But anyway, folks, that's the show. Next week we have Jackie Tone will be joining us. It's our music show. So Colin will sing at the open, and Jackie Tone will sing at the end, which is awesome. She is an American Idol participant as well, and did very well for herself. Most of the people do better not winning, and she's a terrific lady and really funny too, and a great actress, and she will be joining us next week. But
can I do my pick a little, talk a little, pick a little song?
Please.
just for like a brief moment for your pick a little, talk a little, cheap, talk a lot, pick a little more. In between the brilliant songs, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, choo choo choo, talk a lot, pick a little more.
While Colin was playing the song, you were just gonna. That was the backup.
Yeah.
Yes, you are always welcome to do that. Anyway, folks, go to the Comedy Cellar. It is open. It's in the West Village, or if you're in Vegas, go there. We're live and open for business. We'll see you next week. Everybody have a great Memorial Day. Happy birthday to Con. We'll see you next week on the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. Good night, everybody. This is a great
Bye.
show.
Bye.